I started isolating myself a lot more from my family, to the point where I would stay in my room and not come out unless it was dinner time. I wouldn't talk to them. We were always fighting, so I started off with using marijuana and then alcohol, of course, but it started not working for me, so I got into some narcotic use and over-the-counter medication use, and that was really dangerous for me because it really messed with my head. Depression felt like absolute darkness in a freezer. You can't hear, see, or breathe. You're just stuck there. You can't talk to anyone or feel anything. You're basically numb. I was always told that it was hormones or it was just a part of growing up. I never knew that it could possibly be an actual disorder or an illness, and I didn't know anyone around me that would know anything about it. It would have made a difference if somebody recognized the signs and symptoms of what I was going through, because it would have been able to stop it before it continued happening. It would have been able to intervene early into everything that I was going through. It felt like being in a freezer for a really long time and then going out in the sun and finally warming up. I can't even describe what it was like when I started to feel a bit better. Like, it took a long time, a really long time, but every time that I was able to get myself out of a stump or be able to reach out and ask someone for help, I got a little bit warmer, and it gave me a bit more hope to just kind of keep pushing and keep pushing for more change. I had to start small. I actually started learning small mindfulness techniques through a counselor, and I found it really hard to get any motivation to do anything. So one of my little motivations that I started doing was drawing. If I started feeling really depressed and just wanted to lay in my bed and do nothing, I would do one little drawing and then tell myself, there, you've succeeded, you can go back into bed. But by then I didn't want to go back into my bed. And then if I started not liking drawing because I started getting bad at it for some reason, I would go to knitting, and I'd just keep adding little hobbies onto what I was doing, and eventually they'd become bigger projects. It definitely wasn't super intense where I decided my depression was over, but I think that was what made me continue fighting so hard, was just seeing that and seeing how many people cared, like all the nurses and stuff like that took care of me while I was sick and like unable to move or do anything. It made me realize that I take what I have for granted. My life today is a lot better and beautiful than I have ever seen it be. It's a lot brighter. I actually have a lot more hope. I don't feel the darkness as much as I used to. I actually have goals, and I work towards my goals, and on my bad days I have better ways to cope with it. I've definitely emerged stronger from all of my struggles. I manage my mental wellness on a day-to-day basis by always being regular with my medications, by reaching out to my mom every time that I feel down, or reaching out to somebody at least. And I think the biggest thing that I do that keeps me happy is my me time, having some meditation or yoga, or playing with my puppy, or going for a walk in the nature, just giving myself some time to breathe and let my brain settle down. I always try to keep away from a lot of the triggering things that I found throughout my life. I don't like to go out and party like I used to. I don't like to go into large spaces of people, like large events like that where there's a lot of alcohol or drugs that can be smelt around. I don't see myself falling back, but I know that if I did, I would have a support system and I would have my own personal tools to be able to pick myself up. So I'm not worried if it ever comes back.